that you posted, although we're going to need those too for Sandra's presentation.
My slide deck lost the link too. I had a link to it. I really want to have everybody have access to the slide deck so they can go to the links. For some reason, the link is not working.
Let me see here.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you, Kristen. All right, everybody. So it's 11:16 a.m. We are officially starting this session. Welcome to Limitless Computer Science in Any Classroom. This is Artificial Intelligence for All. I'm Sandra Myers, and welcome. So to support a positive virtual experience, I'm going to ask you to please share your video in this session. You always look great. There's no better day like today for looking great, right? Mute yourself if you have a large group. If you have a question, I have a link that gets you directly to our question parking lot in slide 38, or use the chat. We're going to be monitoring the chat once in a while to be able to answer your questions. And of course, be present, make space and take space. Seek to understand, take risk. If you have a question, it doesn't matter how silly that might think it is. It might be an important question, and expect and accept non-closure. Sometimes we have lingering questions after the workshop, or these workshops lead to more questions to it and want to dig deeper into it. And that's why I am here for you guys. I am Sandra Myers, and I am officially a co-director facilitator for the Office of Contra Costa Office of Education. And I'm also a Valley Montessori school teacher. I teach upper elementary and middle school. I had an experience of 12 years. I taught 7 years in high school. So I have taught many levels too. And so I also welcome today Kristen Northrop and Steve Bateman from the Contra Costa Office of Education, my dear supporters, and they are fabulous. If you have any questions, they might be able to answer that too today. Thank you so much. So to get started, to get us warm up, what is your journey to computer science? How do you first hear about computer science? Are you learning the content for the first time? Did you study it as a student? Did you teach yourself? Do you have any fears or concerns of becoming a computer science teacher? And what else would you like to share about your journey in becoming a computer science teacher? If you're willing to answer any of these questions, I'm going to ask you to please type them into the chat. And when I prompt you to say, hit the button, you're going to send the message in so that we can share some of those experiences. Give me 1 second. I think I have breakout room in progress that pop up on my screen. You guys can see my screen, right? Thumbs up if you can. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to do this. Share with us your experience as a computer science teacher. I will do that. I might as well. So.
Hi, I have a quick question.
Yes.
So in the chat, I asked for the link to sign in, and I got the link from Steve, right? So that link is for the presentation. Does it have the link for signing in, like where you kind of take the attendance for the session?
So for this session, you're gonna sign in into my
Code.org
learning workshop. Yes, and there's 2 links. One sign in to code.org. I will explain that in a second.
Okay, no, I'm just making sure because in the other sessions we took the attendance, and this one I don't see that. So that's what
Oh, it's coming up, I promise.
Okay, got it. I'm just making sure that I have it.
I think I found it and posted it.
Steve just posted it.
Yeah, Steve
That
just posted it too.
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
because the previous one was the presentation.
Yeah, it is inside my presentation. So yes, and I will actually explain a little over how to do this and how to get in there. My breakout room keeps popping up in here. Okay, so let's see. Now you can hit enter from the chat. Let's see. Lauren, I know computer science is a part of STEAM. Uh, Definitely a lot of room to learn and grow. Absolutely. Only a 5-year journey to learn and grow as an advocate for CS for yes. Love integrating the skills into my science class, but time is limited. So it is for us. Let me tell you a little bit about my journey. I was a filmmaker first. I work in films like Ocean's 12. I was a cinematographer. And I never thought that in my life I would be a computer science teacher. I started actually teaching film production. And then that's when I kind of dive into, I was always curious about computer science. So, because it has a lot to do with special effects and all this stuff. So, that's what got me into this field. And I love it. I have to say, I have 4 years with code.org and working on computer science and implementing the curriculum. And it's fascinating. There's always something to learn new. All right. Now, with that upfront and said, and I thank you for your feedback. And it's fabulous to be either learning or working with it or getting a new perspective on it. So let's go back to business now. Registration and our course for today. Please do the following. In slide number 6, and also in the chat, you have the join our workshop for today's session. Now, I am already signed in. So when I click on it, it might lead to my dashboard. But if you click on it and you have not ever signed up to code.org, it will prompt you to put your name and to sign in or sign up for your class. So I want you to please click on this link and sign in for the class. And then also you have the professional learning. This is the self-paced course that will dive into the AI and machine learning units. And so when you click on the link, it will take you also to sign into this one. So let's take maybe 2 minutes to make sure that you guys sign in for that. And please let me know if you are all ready to go. So I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to sign into the workshops. And of course, if you have questions regarding that, I can definitely help you out.
I have a question. I was trying to register and it says the email's already taken, so I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, did you register with your email for Limitless or for code.org?
The first one that, let me see, I'm trying to go back. I've got so many tabs open right now. Um,
That happens to me.
it says register to join section YVDDDWL, sign into my account, but I don't know. I guess I must be signed up for code.org somewhere else, huh?
Well, the sections are unique to your class. So if I were to, let me see if I can grab I'm gonna grab a,
I know we use code.org, so I'm just not sure if I have to do the same thing for that because I don't have my
sign in
my
into
password.
your code.org. And if you don't know your
I use
password,
it
you
at
could
school. I don't have my password here, so can I just change my email address and then
just use a
another
just use a personal one for now or
Okay.
something.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'll do. Thank you.
how are you doing? Were you able to sign in?
Yeah, I just got in, so
Perfect. So once you get into code.org, then you can join your section using the link as well. You have to be signed in into code.org to be able to join that section, YVDDWL. All right, as you work on that, I'm going to give you a little bit of the workshop overview, friends. Let's see. The goals for this workshop is to understand implementing this curriculum, grow in understanding of equitable computer science education, and of course, transform practice. We want computer science to be a subject just like history, like math, something that it's related to us and every day we depend on computers. We should know about them and we should know about computer science at every level and develop empathy with the student experience and give them that experience to be able to solve problems on daily basis and also become part of a network of teachers who are doing similar work. And with that in mind, I want to give you a little bit of an overview of the pathway for the curriculum. Code.org has curriculum implementations in different levels at school. We have the elementary level that goes from kindergarten through fifth grade, and that's CS fundamentals. And then we have the middle school level, which is CS discoveries, and that even extends to the first levels of high school from 6th through 10th grade. And then we have also CS principles and AP CSA, which runs for high school levels 9 through 12. And of course, with that in mind, you will have more or less flexible implementation. And I want you to keep in mind that obviously not everybody have the same schedule, right? So we have the AI and machine learning unit being implemented in combination with other units, depending on your needs, on your goals, on your circumstances, right? One thing I want to point out is that every unit that you study in computer science in code.org contains a problem-solving process lesson to introduce the students to it. And then, of course, I want you to consider chapter goals. The most essential content are always in chapters 1. Every unit has chapter 1 and chapter 2. And then chapter 1 has the essential content, and chapter 2 usually gives you, once you learn the skills, you go a little more advanced and practice those skills and even have open-ended projects in which you can be creative. Oh, your students can be creative. And with that in mind, I'm going to show you a little bit of the AI and machine learning options for you to implement the curriculum. And as you can read in here, we have the design process. Usually it's always first because it contains that first lesson that is an introduction to App Lab. It teaches you how to create apps so that you can work with machine learning in further lessons. And then you have the options of doing AI and machine learning or data and society. And you also have the options to do physical computing that includes the use of microbits or circle playgrounds, which are really fun lessons for the students. And of course, we're never going to forget the fact that we always have to keep in mind the computer science standards and the goals for the students, in which we enable all the students to understand how their digital work works, encourage them to get critical thinking and be able to discuss. So we have formative and summative assessments, but the formative assessments also take priority in the journaling. And of course, explore the broader ethical and social implications of technology. How are we using technology? Is it safe to use? Is it ethical to use? So those are one of the goals for the computer science standards. Okay, now we're gonna go to have fun at this point, right? How to navigate in the Code.org platform. Quick question for you guys. Have you gone to this platform yet? Probably in previous, yes. Any thoughts? You like it? Is it something that have you experienced? Yeah, okay. So and if you haven't, that's okay. We're gonna navigate that in a second. So when you go to the code studiocode.org, it looks something like this. I'm going to show you. You have the dashboard, you have the course catalog, projects, professional learning. And once you sign into it and say that you want to have access to lessons, you grab the course catalog. Let's just give you an example here. And then you can choose any of the curriculums that is available to you. In this case, we're going to explore a little bit of CS discoveries. And when I apply these filters, and you can go by grade, duration, topic, or device, right? And it's important that you probably pick the right devices depending on what you have in your classrooms. And you can take a look at, and I'm going to look at the unit that we're studying today, which is artificial intelligence. And we go to a quick view. And you can see the curriculum's details. And this will show you the unit and the lessons that we will be working on. In this case is AI and machine learning. And when you go to the unit, you can see the different lessons on it. And I'll give you probably some time to explore that in your self-paced program. The other thing that I want to show you around is as accessing the self-paced professional learning workshop course. And when you do that, and I added two self-paced programs for you. If you already are familiar with the Code.org platform, you can skip that and go straight to the teaching AI and machine learning unit. And it will look something like this. So this is more or less your self-paced code platform, and it gives you the lessons that you want to get started with. And then if I go to that unit, this is what you will see. You will see the lessons on how to teach AI and machine learning. And it's a self-paced unit. So as you explore the curriculum, you get more familiar with the activities and the lessons and the lesson plans. So this is what you will see right there. And of course, you can see that I completed all my steps here. I'm a good girl. Let's go back to my slides here. Do you guys have questions regarding this? We are A-okay, so I'm gonna move on. We're gonna do today a little bit of a lesson investigation, lesson exploration, right? And this time we're gonna explore one of the lessons of AI and machine learning. And I added a link in here. I'm gonna copy that to the chat. Give me 1 second there. And this is where you can access actually the lesson plan for this unit. And the lesson plan for that unit, looks like this. So you can explore the resources of this lesson plan and the agenda, and take a look at the links, guys. It's
Sandra, what you showed us before, and you said you went through all your stuff. Was that a self-paced lesson for teachers or for anybody?
This is for teachers. And once you sign it, and what you did today is you sign into that section. That's the YYWDDL section that you sign in. It's a self-paced how to teach machine learning and artificial intelligence unit. So what it does is give you a curriculum exploration of that unit so you are able to teach this. Okay, so this is what we get on, this is what you will see on the lesson plan, as I was saying. But today I'm going to ask you to become my students. I'm going to, yes, Nanette?
No,
Oh, sorry. Yes, what I was showing you is the link for the professional learning self-paced unit. And ideally, you should kind of complete that and explore it so that you have a better, knowledge of that curriculum. So today, I'm going to ask you to please put your learner hats, and you will be my students in a few minutes that we have. As I teach you this lesson, I want you, as teachers, also to think of the activity that we're going to do. At some point, I'm going to prompt you to go into breakout rooms. And once you go there, you're going to probably have to come back to the main and then probably ask to get back to our breakout room. Okay. So I'm going to put my teacher hat, and I'm going to ask you to please put your learners' hats. And welcome everybody to Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Lesson 2. This is an introduction to machine learning. And as a warm-up, I'm going to ask you to please grab your journals or a piece of paper or writing tool, and jot down a few lines on this prompt. Today, we begin a unit of artificial intelligence. What is an example that you have seen either in your personal life or you have seen in a movie or book about artificial intelligence? So take a few seconds to write that down. You can either put it on the chat or you can speak up. What is an example of artificial intelligence in your personal life that you have seen or in a book? Robot? Oh, yes. War games. Yeah, how in war games? Absolutely. Gibbs, absolutely. Netflix, definitely. C-3PO, my favorite. R2-D2. The Matrix. Every time you do a Google search, absolutely. Pandora music recommendations. How about Alexa? ChatGPT, definitely. little more advanced form of that. Most definitely. Well, thank you for your answers. I'm going to move to, when we do artificial intelligence, we can think about self-driving cars, robots and chatbots, personal recommendations, as you mentioned them, facial recognition, and magic school. I had to say that one, in magic school. My email is actually, guys, I have someone, my email is on that first slide where is my picture at. So you guys have access to my email. And continuing with the lesson, I'm going to show you now a video about machine learning. And I hope that it will play perfectly. Let me know if you can hear it. How artificial intelligence works.
My name is Ale Flores, and I'm a product manager at Alexa.
My name is Dr. Chelsea Haupt. I work at the Allen Institute for Artificial Intelligence, and I work on an AI-powered academic search engine. All around you, computers are making decisions, and those decisions affect your daily life. When you do an internet search or scroll through your newsfeed, computers decide what you see. Computers can already recognize your face and understand your voice. And soon they'll be driving cars and detecting diseases even better than humans. So how is any of this possible?
You may have heard about something called AI, or artificial intelligence. True artificial intelligence is decades away. But there's a type of AI called machine learning that is here today. It's a type of AI you probably interact with every day without even knowing it. And it has the opportunity to help us tackle some of the world's biggest challenges.
Machine learning is how computers recognize patterns and make decisions without being explicitly programmed. What's so exciting is that it's a completely different way to program a computer than what we've ever done before. With machine learning, instead of programming a computer step by step, you can program a computer to learn just like you learn, through trial and error and lots of practice.
Learning comes from experience, and that's true for machine learning too. In this case, experience means lots and lots of data. Machine learning can take in any kind of data, images, video, audio, or text, and begin to recognize patterns in that data. Once it learns to recognize patterns in the data, it can also learn to make predictions based on those patterns, like noticing the difference between an image of a car and an image of a bicycle.
AI and machine learning are playing a bigger and bigger role in society at large and shaping all of our futures. That's why it's so important to learn how it works with some hands-on experience. You're about to get the chance to train your own machine learning model. Remember, AI is like any tool. First you get the knowledge, then you get the power.
Okay, so what is machine learning? Machine learning is how computers recognize patterns and make decisions without being explicitly programmed, right? So, and with that in mind, I'm gonna get you to the problem-solving process. And usually these problem-solving process, it's always the first lesson of every unit for code.org. And it's about defining a problem, brainstorm and preparing for that possible solutions of the problem, trying it, put the plan into action, and reflecting. Compare your results to the goals you set while defining the problem. For machine problem process, you have what problem are you trying to solve, what data do you want to use, let's train a model and test it out, and how well did that model do, how can it be improved. And again, I'm going to ask you to, at this time, I'm going to ask you to think pair, share. So grab your elbow person or whoever you can, and then talk to them about how can we use problem solving process to help solve a problem with machine learning. You can either use a chat to share out. In this case, if you were in a classroom, you will be grab an elbow partner, talk to them, share out. Program them to identify the problem or issue. Oh, perfect. All right. Well, let's go to our activity, guys. So I have an activity for you. When you click on this link, classifying fish, it will take you directly to that activity. It will take you to bubble 5, and it will look something like this. So you're gonna click on this and continue. But first, before that, I want you to grab the activity guide. And the activity guide, when you click on this, you will see it in here and it looks like this. So the activity guide is the one you want to put the data into, or you can use your journals to write those. So first grab the activity guide, and then we're going to go to breakout rooms. Now, for the breakout rooms, if you are in this list for 3A, you're going to go to breakout room 3A. If you are in 3B, you're going to do the purple one. If your color is pink and you have these names, you will be in 3C. If you are in yellow, 3D. And if you are in green, 3E. And we're going to come back at 11:52. All right, let's do that. You may jump to your breakout rooms now. And when we come back, please ask to be on breakout room 3.
If anybody is still in this room needs
Yeah,
instructions on how to
Melissa
go.
says that I can probably assign her to breakout room. Okay, she was able to. Okay, so we still have few people.
Can you put them in the assigned breakout room?
Donna.
I probably need your emails so that I can help you out with the sign in and all this stuff so that you can explore those activities. All right, now that we are back, and I'm sorry that we are now a little pressed on time, I am going to wrap up the lesson at this point. Usually the lesson ends with a reflection prompt for all the students. And in these cases, what is something new you learned about machine learning today? But you got to see the activities, Nanette? With
No,
other
we
people?
couldn't get past that and into the activities, but other people that were able to get into it were explaining to us what was going on.
Oh,
And
I
we
was,
couldn't share, so I couldn't share what my screen looks like with those two people that
yeah,
couldn't
sharing the
access it.
screen.
Yeah, we couldn't
Yes.
use that because it's disabled for us.
Sandra, I got something that looked like source code, and I couldn't actually run the thing.
Oh, how interesting. This is a first for me. Usually, well, the activity will look something like you can learn how to classify fish. Let me just go real quick on it. It'll be this, and then you have a robot, and then you get to work on classifying fish or not fish. It's super fun. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
out
they
of
kept telling us how great it was, but we couldn't see anything. So that at least lets me know what I'm looking for.
Yes, you're
No,
looking
I
forward
love
to it.
it.
It's really super fun. You'll love it. And the students love this activity as well. One thing I want you to, and I will encourage you is to, when you look at the lesson plans, look at the teaching tips for the different lessons on the unit. And also make sure that you find ways to connect the content to the live experiences in the real world. And the ways the teaching tips will help you with context. So,
sorry, Sandra, I just shared the attendance sheet for this session. So anybody like in the chat, if you could just fill out the attendance sheet, it's not very long. It's just your first and last name. Sorry about that.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Yes. So you have that link in there, right, Antonio?
Yeah, I just shared it in the chat for all. If anyone can't see it, let me know.
Perfect.
Are we signing in again?
Yes.
Yeah, apparently this is for this individual session rather than for the event as a whole.
I will assign just the AI and machine learning unit so that you guys can get into that unit.
Sandra?
As soon as I get out. Yes.
Can I make a comment? I teach ML at a college, and this fish exercise is just extraordinary.
Yes, it is.
Because I don't have any easy way to introduce the concept to people. We go right into the coding, and this is wonderful.
It is wonderful because it gives them more of a visual experience and a feeling that they can have something to learn and enjoy at the same time. So with that in mind, I also want you to encourage your students to do the journaling and think about the type of journals that you guys use and include in your journals. So without further ado, I'm sorry, guys, I have to close this session for now, but I want to ask you to please go to slide 35 and click on the post-workshop survey link. Now, want to make sure that if you sign into code.org, you will be able to, and you are in this class, you will be able to do that. However, I'm going to leave my slides open for the next session, so you can still come back in and get the post-workshop survey done as well. One more thing I want to say to you guys is please apply to join our Seasons of Computer Science cohort. We go deep into the entire curriculum of computer science, and it's super fun to practice, and you'll have many lessons to go and learn and being able to implement them. And then for more details on that, I'm gonna click in here and copy that link to the chat so that I make sure that you guys get more details about it. It is from the Contra Costa Office of Education. And so, and if you have something to say about this workshop, please write one thing that you got from today's workshop and write one thing that you still need from it. And you can either email me on that as well. So I want to thank you guys for being here today. I see that my question parking lot is